Yo, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Coach T's Business School of Hard Knocks. Yo, you already know what I need you to do first. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share it with everybody you know. That's right. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share it with everybody you know. That's right. Listen, so we're still talking about business entities. We're still talking about business entities. For those of you that may have forgotten, what is a business entity? A business entity is just basically the way that you set your business up so it is recognized by the state and is recognized by the IRS. It's just how you set your business up. Okay. Now, so we've talked about two different entities so far. And two entities that we've talked about is the sole proprietorship, and we talked about the partnership. And of course, just to recap, the sole proprietorship was when one person or one individual owns the entity, controls the business, or has a controlling share in the business. Well, actually controls the business, because if you have a controlling share, that means you're a partnership because it's two of you. It's at least two people, or at least two different individuals. And then with the partnership, you've got multiple people that own the business. So proprietorship, one person owns the business. Partnership, 2, 3, 4, 5, multiple people can own the business, or multiple businesses can own the business. I mean, that goes a little bit deeper than what we're probably going to go into here. But bottom line is, we're still talking about entities. The entity we're talking about today is probably one that you hear all the time, and you just think that every business is probably one of these types of entities, and this business is the corporation. Now, there are two different types of corporations. There's a small corporation, which is typically called the S-Corp, and then there's the regular corporation or the big corp, which is what we call the C-Corp. So you got an S-Corp and a C-Corp. S-Corp is a small corporation. C-Corp is the bigger corporation. Now, the difference between the small corporation and the big corporation is pretty much the size of the business. The size of the business. I don't have the exact size where the size limit of an S corp or the exact limit of a C corp. But when you're a small business and you're thinking an S corp, I mean, you got a long ways to go before you actually jump into that C corp limit. Now, what is that? What am I saying? What does that really look like? For instance, let's say that you have a paper company, ABC Paper Company. You own ABC Paper Company, and let's say you make say that your revenues are $100,000 a year. Revenues is pretty much what your business is bringing in before expenses. Your business is making $100,000 a year. Let's just say $250,000 a year. Okay, in some cases we may think that's a lot of money, but really when it comes to taxes and when it comes to the IRS and how much money you've got to pay in taxes, you still can be considered to be a small business. Now, at a $5 million, you can still be considered to be an S corp, a small business making $5 million. Hey, that's a lot of money. Look, I've got a friend that has a business and he's doing $10 million a year. $10 million a year, and he's still considered to be small business. $10 million a year is small business. So you can imagine what big business or what a C corp, the big corporation actually looks like. So you say, Terod, listen, why would I want to become a C corp, or why would I want to become an S corp? So here's the advantages of becoming a corporation, of setting your business up as a corporation, turning your entity or creating your entity as a corporation. We talked before about with the sole proprietorship, and with the sole proprietorship, if someone sued you, they will come after you. Whereas with a corporation, you're protected by your business is protected by, you're protected by what's called a corporate veil. The corporate veil is kind of like an umbrella that protects the business, okay? Well, it's the umbrella that protects the individual that owns the business. Because really, your business is a separate, non-living, non-breathing entity. It's actually recognized by the IRS as a non-living, non-breathing entity. Not just in tax-wise, but even legally. That's what it is. If you can imagine having something that's not living and not breathing, but is recognized as an entity, is recognized as an individual entity. Okay, we'll say a company, but of course we know that it is a company. The bottom line is, if you own the corporation and you have a car or let's say a company truck, and you've got your company identifying marks on your truck, okay, and you are a corporation. You go out there and you have an accident. You have an accident, and it's totally, it really is. It's really an accident. It's really an accident. It's not something you're going out, you're deliberately doing. You're not trying to break the law just because you're a corporation and you can. Okay, you go out and you have an accident driving down the highway. Of course, you're going to have business insurance, and insurance is something we'll talk about a little later on. But of course, you got business insurance. The individual that you run into sees that you're in the company truck or in the company car. They decide to go after you. Okay, they decide to go after you. They decide to sue you. Okay, as we talked before, and when we spoke in regards to sole proprietorships and partnerships, in the litigious type of environment that we live in, the legal environment that we live in, and where people, there's some people out there that are just trying to find reasons to sue someone. So now that you've had an accident, whether it's your fault or whether it's their fault, they're trying to sue you because, hey, you're a business, and they know they know that the business probably has a big bank or a bigger bank or deeper pockets than what they have. So let's just say that it really is your fault, and you're in the company truck, or you're in the company car, you're in the company vehicle. When they sue, they can't sue you. Okay, they can't sue you. They can't sue you. They now they're suing the company. Okay, they're going after the company, and then that's when their insurance and the company's insurance are talking and battling back and forth, or whatever needs to happen there. But they can't sue you and then come after. They can't sue the company and then come after you. Okay, because you're a part of the corporation. You're at that point. You're an operator or a worker for the corporation, for the company. Okay, and because the business entity is set up as a corporation, when they sue, they're going after the corporation. They've got to go after the corporation. Now, of course, the business insurance probably can provide more than personal insurance, and it really makes them really want to go after the corporation or go after their corporate insurance rather than going after you as an individual. That's the advantage. That's one of the major advantages. That's one of the major advantages of setting your business up at a corporation, if not the most major advantage of setting your business up as a corporation, is when someone comes after you. For me, that's huge. Someone comes after you. They're not coming after you. They're coming after the business. Okay, so when you're really talking about setting up your business entity, and your choices are a sole proprietorship, a partnership, or a corporation, that's kind of some of the things you want to take into consideration. And again, those are some reasons why the CPA and the attorney really want you to make that decision of what you want to do. That's why they want to let you know what are the benefits of a sole proprietorship. What are the benefits of a partnership? What are the benefits of a corporation? And then you make that decision. You make that final determination, because they don't want to be held accountable. Even from a tax standpoint, there are some advantages and there's some disadvantages. Now, the major disadvantage from the tax standpoint is this. We talked before about double taxation. Well, I mentioned before double taxation. What that means is the business makes money. Let's say that the business makes $1 million. Let's just say that the business is taxed 50%. So now, just using quick math, I'm not exactly sure of how that's going to break down, because it's also going to take into consideration what type of business you are, what are your profit, what are your expenses, and all the different things that'll come into play when it comes to figuring out your taxes. But let's just say that you make $1 million, that your business makes $1 million. Your business makes $1 million, and it's taxed 50%. So if it's taxed at 50%, that means the business is actually making $500,000, and $500,000 is going back to the government, going back to the IRS. $500,000 is going back to the IRS. You make $1 million, you're taxed 50%, so $500,000 goes to the IRS, $500,000 goes to you. You still haven't paid yourself. So let's say you pay yourself $250,000 a year off of what you make. So now the business pays you $250,000. And let's just say now that your tax is 50%. So now you're paying $125,000 to the IRS and you're keeping $125,000. What just happened there was that money that was brought in on the business end was double taxed. That's called double taxation. So when the business made money, and then when the business made money, the business was taxed, and then the business paid its employees when the employee was you, and then you were taxed. That's double taxation. Double taxation is something that you don't have to worry about when you set your business up as a sole proprietorship or you set your business up as a partnership. So those are some things again that the attorney and the attorney and the CPA, they want to make sure you understand. The attorney wants you to understand all the legal benefits and all the legal ramifications, and the CPA wants you to understand all the tax benefits and all the tax ramifications of setting your business up as a corporation. When you're setting your business, when you're creating your entities, those are some things that you need to be concerned about. Well, not necessarily be concerned about. Those are some things you need to be knowledgeable of. Are you going to have greater tax benefits? Are you in need of greater tax benefits, or are you in need of greater legal benefits? Now, the good thing about that, or what we're going to talk about in our next video, is there's a combination entity that you will be able to create and receive both the corporate benefits, the corporation benefits, and the sole proprietor benefits, or the partnership benefits. We're going to talk about that in our next video. So be sure to stay tuned. Be sure to stay tuned and to check out that next video. Now, here's the thing. What do I want you to do? I want you to like this channel. I want you to subscribe to this video, and I want you to share with everyone you know. Now, here's the deal, man. Here's the deal. Now, also, what I'm asking you to do in this particular video that I've never asked you to do before, take a picture. Now, take that picture, post it on Instagram. If you take a picture, post it on Instagram, and tag me, I'm telling you, for the first 25 people that take a picture and post it on Instagram or post it on Facebook and tag me, I'm sending you a free copy of my book, The Best Idea I Ever Had Right Now. Now, if you're number 26 to number 237,000 or 455 million, you still can go out there and you can still buy my book on Instagram. I mean, you can still go out there and you can buy my book on Amazon. It's called The Best Idea I Ever Had Right Now. I'm sure you'll love it. It's got a whole bunch of business secrets and business tips and business ideas in it. Go out there, check it out. Now, I'm only going to be able to do that for the next 7 days. So look at the date on this video. In 7 days from today, down to the hour, down to the minute, down to the second, is when I am going to cut off the book giveaway. But again, take a picture, post it on Instagram, post it on Facebook, and tag me. And I will be sending out the first 25 people that share or that post and tag on Facebook and Instagram. I'll be sending you out a free copy of my book, The Best Idea I Ever Had Right Now. And again, if you're after number 25, or if you're after day number 7, day number 8 and beyond, you still be able to purchase it. You can go out to Amazon and pick it up. It's called The Best Idea I Ever Had Right Now. Thanks for visiting my channel, Coach T's Hard Knock School of Business, and I look forward to seeing you again next Monday and Thursday.